Dozens of Navy SEALs have filed a lawsuit against the Biden administration and the Department of Defense for refusing to grant their religious exemptions to the coronavirus shot mandate. But not only did they refuse their religious exemptions, in some cases, they threatened these elite warriors with something that, frankly, is stunning. Here with the details is Mike Berry, General Counsel for First Liberty Institute, which is representing these SEALs. Mike, welcome back to the program.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be back with you.
All right, Mike, let me start there at the end and we'll work our way back. I was shocked with a part of the threats that were given toward these SEALs for simply exercising their religious freedom of filing an exemption. In one case, a directive from the Navy's COVID Consolidated Disposition Authority warned that if SEALs refuse the vaccine, the Navy may seek to recover from each service member the amount of money that had been spent on their training, which according to your lawsuit was how much?
Well, for each individual SEAL, that training can be anywhere from $1 million to $2 million per SEAL or even more, right? Because they undergo highly specialized training for all different types of circumstances and environments that they might have to operate in. And, it's purely vindictive and punitive in nature. It has nothing to do with keeping people safe or a pandemic or stopping a virus. It's purely vindictive.
I mean, to me, that it's stunning that they would essentially, it's almost like blackmail, saying that if you exercise this religious exemption, you could end up paying $1 million or $2 million. We might do this. I mean, to me, it's like blackmail.
Yeah, Tony, you say it's like blackmail. It's funny you say that because, when I talk to our clients, these nearly 36 Navy SEALs, and we talk about the types of harassment, the types of hostility that they're experiencing, that's exactly what it looks and feels like. It's as if the Navy is saying, yeah, we're doing all of these things to you. And it reminds them a lot of going through BUD/S, right? And legendarily at BUD/S, all you have to do to make the pain stop is to go ring the bell and just say, right, I quit, right? I don't want any more.
That's why they're there. They didn't. I mean, to me, it looks like the military picked the wrong group to fight with.
That's exactly right, because these guys are not going to ring the bell. There's no quit in them. And the Navy is saying, well, we'll make all of this stuff stop if you just get the jab. Just roll up your sleeve and get the jab. And so the Navy has told them, choose between your faith and serving your country. As you pointed out, they're telling them, we can go after you for recoupment of training money. They've told their families, right? There was an order issued that said that neither the service member nor their dependents are allowed to travel for official or unofficial business. So that means here we are on the Thanksgiving season, coming up on Christmas season, and you've got people who are stationed far away from their homes. Families love to go home for the holidays to visit relatives, and they're now being told, well, if you're not vaccinated, you can't travel. You can't go home to see grandma and grandpa or your cousins and stuff and things like that. And so again, what relation does that have to readiness or to a pandemic? It's purely punitive in nature.
So Mike, have any religious exemptions been granted to the Navy SEALs that have applied?
Tony, no religious exemptions have been granted to anybody in the Navy or the Department of Defense. The Navy was bragging about this other day. They had a spokesperson that said, well, we just granted 5 permanent medical exemptions from the COVID vaccine, but we haven't granted a single religious exemption from the vaccine since 2015. Well, guess what? Spokesperson, that's actually the definition of religious discrimination. When you say that we'll treat medical exemptions one way, but if you ask for religious exemptions, you don't get it. Nobody gets one, and they don't intend to grant any religious exemptions for the foreseeable future.
That's Exhibit A, I think, in your lawsuit. That they have said we've not granted any, we don't plan on. I mean, to me, that just is blatant that they're saying we don't care about these religious exemptions.
Yeah, and at First Liberty, we filed this lawsuit and we began immediately people questioning, well, why is the Navy doing this, right? Why is the Navy? And I encourage people, go to firstliberty.org and you can see a copy of the lawsuit that we just filed. You can sign a petition to support the Navy SEALs. But, one of the questions is, well, why would the Navy do that? Why would the Navy say we're granting medical exemptions or administrative exemptions, but not religious exemptions? And I just encourage people, you connect the dots yourself and figure it out. What is it about a religious exemption that's different from everything else? It's because that person who's asking for it says, I have a religious belief that compels me to do something that might even violate the order, or not violate, but not comply with the order I've been given. And that's the one thing that this Pentagon and this administration refuses to stand for, is a group of people who say we submit to a higher authority. And
Right.
look, in my book, that looks an awful lot like an ideological purge.
Very quickly, we're up against a break, Mike. When do you expect to hear something on the lawsuit?
That's hard to say. I mean, it could be within a week or two. We're hopeful that the judge or the court will want to hear a hearing, and they're going to want a response from the Department of Defense. And guess what?
Right.
We would like a response from the Department of Defense too.
All right, well, we'll leave it there, but we'll be tracking this closely. And by the way, happy birthday, Marine.
Semper Fi, happy birthday, 246.
That's right. Still looking young.